Welcome to the Owning Your Sexual Self podcast, a place for you to listen and explore all things surrounding sex positivity. I'm your host, Rachel Main, sex therapist and educator, intimacy coach, awesome wife to my husband, Danny, board of directors member and team leader with Pure Romance, and best of all, a work-from-home dog mom to my favorite pups, Bane and Tater. After starting my Pure Romance business, I quickly learned how much sexuality education was lacking within my community and how much shame was placed on things like fantasies, masturbation, and sexual dysfunctions. I'm on a mission to make this world a more sex-positive place, and with this podcast, I hope to reach thousands of people. I'll bring real-life experiences to the surface and normalize them by offering a non-judgmental view. If you can get down with that, then tune in every Monday and let's change this fucking world. Wake up, wake up, wake up. It's time to have sex. Yes. Okay. This episode is brought to you this week by my sex life. You're welcome. How many of you, if you're in the Owning Your Sexual Self Facebook group, you saw my poll a few days ago asking morning sex, yay or nay, with a very attractive photo of myself. Just kidding. I mean, you can make your own judgments, but it's a pretty great picture, selfie of me just waking up in the morning. And not kidding, this episode was sparked. I don't know if any of you out there, so if you're in a relationship, you know the signs, right, that your partner kind of drops to you. And it's so funny because Danny was getting ready for work, and usually we wake up at the same time because actually both of us have very obnoxious alarms that you just like literally cannot sleep through. And Danny could literally sleep through a tornado, and so we have to have very loud alarms and alarms that continuously go off. So because, you know, if you're a snoozer, you know what I mean. But anyway, so you could just tell. So I'm there laying in bed. I'm just like looking through my phone, looking through Instagram, and you can just tell like the way he's like maneuvering around the room, and like he'll look, and you could just tell he's like I don't really want to go to work. But it's like more than I don't really want to go to work. It's like I would rather fill my time with something else like you. So finally he comes to say goodbye to me. He's like laying down in bed, and which usually I just get like okay, bye, I love you, have a great day, I'll see you when I get home, or whatever, a goodbye kiss. And not this time. It's like, let me snuggle you. I'm fully dressed in my work clothes already, but let me just snuggle you for a little bit. And then finally the question comes like, do you want to maybe have some quick morning sex? I said, that's a capital Y-E-S, sir. Yes, I do. If you have been listening to the podcast for a while, for me, it's like, I said this before, I'm like, stop trying to wait until I'm ready to go to bed. And I know there's so many listeners that you can relate to this. It's like, when I'm going to bed, I'm going to bed. Like, don't be messing with me. Don't be giving me that nudge and that look and that rub down. Like, sometimes yes, but most of the time, especially like once you hit that wall, like that wall of sleep, I'm just like, no. So morning sex it can be a great way for couples, especially if you feel like you're on different schedules, or you just can't find the right time. And if you're couples that are getting up early in the morning, you get up together. And let's say if you have kids in the home, maybe the kids are still sleeping, or maybe you got that parent thing like on lock. I was talking to somebody else the other day. She's like, my kid literally doesn't get out of bed until I like enter their room. So there's no like crawling out of the crib or like coming to crawl into bed. Like, that's their, like, they've literally trained their child to say like, you don't come out of your bed or crib until I come in here and let you out. Which sounds a little mean when I say it, but hey, you gotta manage your time. That mom life or that relationship life, like, you gotta make time for you, and especially you want to make time for your partner for these intimate moments. So, morning sex for me, I should vote on my own poll back in the Facebook group chat, because I'm going to see if, yay or nay is what the question was in terms of morning sex. I am a capital fuck yay. Fuck yes, sign me up for morning sex. And I figured, I'm like, okay, so why do I feel like, why am I a capital fuck yes? And so first of all, I want to say, On the days that people are engaging in morning sex, I'm not kidding. I don't know what it is. Well, it's science, of course. It's that release of dopamine and serotonin in the brain. But I find that I'm more productive. And that probably has to go along with my happiness level as well, because again, all that release of our happy emotions, which happens when we achieve that orgasm, it's like I'm starting my day off like feeling fucking good. Like I'm starting my day off with an intimate connection with my partner, and I find that then all throughout the day it's like that just stays with me. Like that feeling, that happiness, that just that love and intimacy, it just stays with me all throughout the day. And I find on the days that we do have morning sex, it is more, I'm more likely to get those like just cute little texts throughout the day. Not more excited, but I'm excited to see him again than when he gets home. And for a lot of couples out there, when if sex is like a stressor for you and you're the person that's like, shit, it's been a few days since we've had sex, or it's been a month since we have sex, or it's been a few months since we have sex, and that is causing some internal stress or guilt or shame on you. For the people that are having sex more regularly, more on a daily basis, I've heard from other people is that when they feel that they are able to start their day with that morning sexual routine, then it's like there's less pressure on them when they or their partner then gets home through the day, or there's less pressure than going to bed. For some couples, you're all about it. You're like, okay, I'm gonna have sex in the morning, I'm gonna have sex again at night when we go to bed. But I can say for me personally, that is definitely a thing for me, especially if it's like, let's say if we're planning to have sex when he gets home from work, and then I had just a shit day, and maybe I'm in a terrible mood, maybe I'm rather like not engage in sex, maybe I just want to do a bubble bath, maybe I just rather masturbate instead, or just have that me time. It's different for everybody, and some of you might be judging me for saying that. Well, if you had a shit day, like why wouldn't you want to have sex? Listen, everybody is different. You might be having a shit day and you might be like, the only thing that can cure my shitty day is having sex. And there's some of you that are on the other side of the spectrum that's like, if I have a shitty day, it's don't freaking come near me. And if you're a female listening to this, that might change for you throughout the month depending on where you are in your cycle. So so I wanted to share anyway. So I'm thinking like, okay, so for me, the morning sex, it's convenient. Like I'm already in bed. And I've shared with you also the importance in how much I love actually sleeping in lingerie. For me personally, I wake up and I feel like a fucking goddess. I'm feeling myself. So duh, I already look hot. Of course my husband's going to want to have sex with me once he wakes up. But in fact, there's actually a research study that says 45% of women that dabble in morning sex actually do support the claim that they feel more productive and that they have more productivity boosts throughout their day. So that is something definitely to know. But also, so you're already in bed, obviously, and morning sex, as I already mentioned, it can be that instant mood stabilizer, that instant mood boost, right? It can help strengthen the relationship. I've already kind of touched on that, but with any sex anytime with your partner, when you're able to make that intimate connection with them, that is amazing. And how amazing to be able to start your day with that. It can also help you combat against stress. So maybe you woke up on the wrong side of the bed. This could turn things around for you. Maybe you woke up with a headache, right? Or maybe you didn't get good sleep. Again, when orgasm occurs, we're releasing all of those happy things in our brain. Yeah, we want more happy things. Okay, so here's the real science behind it. So our bodies are actually primed to have stronger orgasms when we wake up first thing in the morning. So that is because there are testosterone spikes in the morning for both men and women. Yeah, girls, we have testosterone too. Some people don't even know that. So both of those are spiked during the morning, and so you can basically count on an increased libido or heightened sensitivity in the genitals, particularly if your partner has a penis. Hello, morning wood, right? We've all seen and experienced that from happening. But same thing for us women. We might wake up feeling in the mood, feeling that spontaneous desire, and in fact our orgasms can be much stronger as well. There is also some research behind having sex with a full bladder. And so, if you're someone that doesn't get up in the middle of the night to go pee, you might make up with a full bladder. So, that having sex now is putting more sensitivity on that area of the body, which can feel really nice. And, morning sex, because we already know all the great things about orgasm and all the benefits that it has with us, so it's going to give you that nice natural glow. It's going to boost that brain power. It can help eliminate stress, but also good for your immune system, and it's actually going to help you sleep later on. Who knew, right? Because when you have sex and orgasm, your brain is again releasing that oxytocin, and that's our feel good hormone, and that is going to lower the cortisol, dubbed the stress hormone, and also release melatonin, which helps us sleep. Like, yes. So not only are you setting yourself up basically to have a great day, you're avoiding the, oh, I might be too tired later on, or I might be in a bad mood. You are hopefully able to get in your morning sex before the kids wake up. And it is also just said that morning sex can definitely be more of an intimate setting. So it provides you that perfect opportunity to appreciate every detail of your partner's body, and even those things that you might be feeling vulnerable about, right? So when you wake up first thing in the morning, I know I got this, hashtag woke up like this. Some of you got your Beyonce on, but in the morning, we are literally getting that very natural look of our partners. For most females, right, we take off our makeup before we go to bed. Maybe we got our hair up in a bun. We got our like little silk scrunchie. Maybe your hair is down. You don't sleep in scrunchies. You don't sleep with a bra on, right? It's like everything is all there. You're in that comfort mode. You might be somebody that doesn't sleep in lingerie, and maybe you got your muumuu on, and like maybe not the most attractive outfit, but I'll be willing to bet that it doesn't matter what you're wearing. I'd be willing to bet that your partner still wants to have sex with you and still would want to get their day started with sex with you, right? So it really is said that it can help deepen that connection with each other. And again, it's like any time that we can have to take advantage of sex with our partners, or even, I'll just throw it out there, if you don't have a partner, start your day with masturbation, right? Yeah. Y'all already know how I feel about masturbation. The more the better. Okay. So now you're sold on morning sex, right? Hopefully you're sold on morning sex. If you're still not, if you're like, Rachel, no, morning breath, hell no, I'm not down for this. I need to get myself together. I need to do some stuff. I don't want anybody to touch me first thing in the morning. I get it. You do you, boo, as always. But if you are on board for having some more morning sex in your life, I want to give you some tips also for making it even more enjoyable. I already told you why, all the benefits to it, right? Not all the benefits. I'm sure I'm missing a few, but those are the first things that come to my mind. But here's the other thing. You don't have to just wake up and jump into sex, right? You can really use this time, especially let's say you wake up like freaking ass crack of dawn and you're like, okay, we got a few hours, let's make the best of this. Maybe it's on the weekend and you're like, we have no plans, kids are overnight at a sleepover, or maybe you don't have kids and you're like, literally we have nothing on our agenda today. Let's relax in bed for all this morning. Let's do breakfast in bed, something like that. Ooh, introducing food into your morning sex, that could be fun. But this is to be said, you don't need to just jump into it. It's not like, okay, we wake up and then boom, we're gonna have morning sex. Take your time, right? Gauge whether your partner is feeling morning sex or not. Maybe you want to start with a little bit of massage or maybe a little back scratch. I'm always down for a good back scratch, for real. But this kind of touch can initiate that connection between the two of you. And then, the goal, hopefully, maybe, is to transition into sex. But I have another good news for you. Mutual masturbation. Yes, I should record an entire separate episode on this. But before you guys just hop into it and start having that sex, warm up the body with each other, right? Maybe you're doing your own self-touching while they are doing their own self-touching. Maybe you're touching each other with just fingers and tongues and things like that, but there's no penetration happening yet. This way, you can give that extra time to those erogenous zones, those places on the body that feel extra good, and feels extra good when you're touching them yourself, and maybe feels even a little bit extra good or a little bit different or a lot of bit different when somebody else is touching them, when somebody else is breathing in your ear, when somebody else is running their hands through your hair, things like that. And so you don't just have to jump right into sex. And if you haven't listened to episode 4, foreplay is my favorite F word, you should really be engaging in these sorts of activities before the morning sex is happening anyways. I'm just saying. So now I just mentioned food. Yes, breakfast in bed. How amazing. How often do you get breakfast in bed? Seriously. So if this is falling on a weekend time for you that you're going to engage in morning sex, maybe you wake up before your partner and maybe you surprise them with breakfast in bed. Insert some of those foods that are aphrodisiacs, so maybe things like chocolate and strawberries and things like that. And then maybe you have sex afterwards. Maybe your partner is so thankful that you cooked them breakfast in bed, or maybe you're so thankful that your partner cooked you breakfast in bed that you're like, hell yes, I want to jump your bones now. Let's engage in some morning sex. That sounds so technical. I would like to engage in morning sex with you, please. Thank you, sir. Thank you, ma'am. It's also a great time to incorporate and experiment with different positions, so that, different positions or even different locations, so it doesn't always have to happen in bed. Maybe you want to wake up and maybe you take a bath together and that's where the sex occurs. Maybe you're having some shower sex. Maybe you get up and you're bent over the bed or something like that. Maybe you want to have sex on the floor. Maybe you have sex in the kitchen while you're cooking breakfast together. Who knows, right? It's your time. It's your time to explore. It's your time to have fun. And it's more time to have orgasms. Maybe you want to add a toy. Maybe you want to add a game out of it. This would be super fun. Leave a little note on your partner's pillow, like when you wake up. Maybe you leave little panties next to it and you playing a little scavenger hunt with them. They have to come find you. That would be super, super fun. I swear, every time I record this podcast, I'm like, okay, I need to take notes. When I start recording, it's like all these ideas just pop in my head. I'm like, okay, write that down for your future self. For sure. One time I surprised Danny when he got home. I don't even know what it was for, maybe Valentine's Day or something, but I bought us Nerf guns and we had a Nerf war, and yeah, that was super fun. Of course, sex happened afterwards. So just saying, Nerf guns are also something that you can incorporate in your morning sex if you wanted to plan that scavenger hunt. So anyways, I hope this was helpful. I hope this inspired you to maybe try having some morning sex more often. If you're finding that you're lacking motivation throughout the day, maybe you want to just try something new for your morning routine and get your day started just in a little bit more energetic way, I guess, if you will. Morning sex could be an amazing way to incorporate that and just that extra intimacy and maybe even next level intimacy for you and your partner. So if you listened to this episode and it inspired you and you decide to have some morning sex tomorrow, I'd love to hear about it. Definitely check out the Owning Your Sexual Self Facebook group. It's a great community of very like-minded people that are interested in talking about sex more and hearing about sex, learning about sex, and it is definitely a non-judgmental space. We do not allow any toxicity in there. We don't allow anything negative related to sex in there. And so if you just want to get in that group and just be a fly on the wall, if you want to get in that and just start asking all the questions or sharing all the things, everyone is welcome. Everyone is welcome. So I hope to see you on there. Shoot me a message. You can find me on Instagram under the Rachel Main. And I love when you all share the screenshots of listening to the episodes and then tag me in your stories. That's amazing. I appreciate your support. As you know, I'm hoping to change as many lives as I can through talking about sex. And within my sex therapy position, we got some moves coming up. So definitely stay tuned in the next few episodes to hear about those things, new things that are coming down the line. So I'm very excited to share that with all of you. And yeah, as always, I welcome your feedback. Thank you for continuing to listen to me. I'm like, people like to listen to me talk about sex. I might as well just keep recording a podcast. So thanks, everyone. I love you all. I cannot wait. I cannot wait to share with you all the new upcoming things. So go out there, own your sexual self, discover what you love about morning sex and incorporate more of it into your life. I'll talk to you next week.
Thank you so much for listening today and helping me change the world by spreading sex positive awareness. If you love the show, please subscribe so you never miss an episode and leave a review for others to see. If you want to see me on the daily, you can find me on Facebook and Instagram under Rachel Maine, or check out my Linktree website in the show's bio for direct links to all my pages. You can also shop my Pure Romance store or become a Pure Romance business owner yourself by visiting pureromance.com/RachelUC. Thank you again so much. Until next week, go out there and own your sexual self.